Just gonna keep stepping all the way to that shower. Hey, it's a Saturday morning. I'm headed out. That's the spot where I was told not to sit on the rock wall up there. You can kind of see a new crack. I've been watching it and it keeps getting bigger. Right there, that crack. There's my finger. Right there, that crack keeps getting bigger. And a bunch of rocks fell. And I used to like to come over here and sit on this perch in the park and enjoy. I'd sit on the rock wall right there. That's a major no. Major no. I'm gonna sneak through here though, because it's gonna be quick and I don't want to record all the cars on the street. So, boy, humidity's kicking my ass today, not gonna lie. I woke up, felt hungover, and I haven't drank in, I don't know, 3 days. Woke up and just felt horrible, felt hungover. Yeah, that's not good. That's really not good. That looks fresh as well. So anyway, I'm headed that way. See that rock way out there in the distance? That's where I'm headed. Last time I went that way, I had some crappy shoes on. Nearly lost a toenail, had to taxi back. And my feet were killing me for days. That's what prompted me to go buy some new boots. And it's funny, once I got those boots on, whole different perspective. Like, I started standing up straighter, my stride got longer. You know, just everything about my posture changed, my stride changed. It's just funny how a good pair of shoes can change so much. And it reminded me that, you know, I can buy the $3, $4 Walmart shirt, but as you get older, especially, spend the money on the shoes. Spend the money on good shoes, good socks, good underwear. Everything else, yeah, who really cares? I mean, it's important sometimes to look good, you know, and for those times, spend the money and look good. But, you know, I just had a pretty expensive I was thinking of Game of Thrones, and I was gonna say Gallivant. I had a pretty expensive little tour around part of Europe. Wow, look at that. Just so cool, so calm too. And so I'm back on the you know, the fish soup and, you know, conservative budget plan. And, you know, that's great. I'm happy about it. I'm excited, right? It's like I'm choosing to live this cycle. And the neat thing about this cycle is I know how much time I have left here. So, you know, something that's been ringing in my head for about 6 months. And, you know, it's a very pervasive thought. And, I don't know why or how, you know, but ask yourself, when was the last time you went out and played? Like, we would go out in the street and play with kids in the neighborhood, right? When was the last time you did that? When was the last time you rode your bikes with your pack of friends from grade school? Did you know it was going to be the last time? You know, and another thing that strikes me is, you know, I was in the National Guard and I was driving it was a 577 actually. It wasn't a 113, but it was like a 113 but taller. So I'm driving this 577 with this captain, and, you know, he said to me, we're out just, you know, on a training, you know, driver training, right? But it's just a joyride. We were just out bombing around some hills. And he said to me very poignantly, he's like, you know, this is probably the last time I'll ever get to ride in one of these. And I didn't really grasp it at the time, but he was getting promoted and his career path was taking him out of, you know, the front lines units, and, you know, chances of him ever getting back in that vehicle and spending 2 weeks, you know, living out of that vehicle and bombing around the hills, getting dirty, banged up, you know, that was probably his last time. And he was coherent enough to know it. So in this current lifestyle I'm in, you know, fortunately, like, I know when my last day on this island is. It's set, it's determined. So, you know, that motivates you to get out. There's things I want to do. You know, I left California with things I wanted to do, I didn't get done. You know, I had a lot of drama hit me right in the last 3 months before I left and precluded a lot of my plans, preempted, or, you know. Anyway, I'll be back in a minute. Hey, so came up on some locals. I don't like filming people, you know, for a lot of reasons, but sometimes I'll film people intentionally, but that's a different story. And we don't need nails sitting on the trail.
Yeah.
Hi. Careful.
Yeah.
So anyway, I was saying, so anyway, again, I don't try not to film people, so I had a couple interruptions there, and but what I was saying is the last time, right? Definitive, and that how that motivates you to get out and do things, and how when I left California, I had a lot of drama pop up at the last moments of my time there, and it really hurt. Like, I missed a couple significant events because of medical issues, and I missed doing some things I wanted to do to kind of put some closure on California to where I'd feel comfortable if I never went back. And the same thing's true here, right? It's like, you know, whenever you're at a new place, you see things, you want to do things, right? And have to kind of make a list and prioritize, and what do you really want to get done? So, you know, when you're on vacation, it's like, what kind of vacation is this? Am I gonna run a checklist of, you know, places to see, go take a picture and say, yeah, I was there? Or do I want to sink in and understand the people? Or do I just want to sit in a hotel room and rest and relax? Those are all important things to know before you get on a plane or pack your car. Set your priorities. And my priority for my future is just explore, see what's out there in the world. And there's a list of things that I want to see and do. Wow, look at that pumpkin. Pumpkin's already turning orange in July. Look at this beautiful horse. So, you know, there's a whole list of things I want to do. I want to see. And, you know, this is all about trying to get that done. Hey, buddy. Can't even begin to tell you how big of a difference new shoes makes. Last time I was here, I was struggling to stride. My feet were sore. It's like pain with every step. Gotta give it to these Merrells, man. They fit my foot perfectly. It just makes it so easy to stride. When you can walk and you have your mobility, there's a lot to see and do. Sit here and chase a butterfly, enjoy the surrounding views, and go places where you can't drive. I wish I had a bigger camera. There's all these little tiny flowers along that rock wall that are just really pretty. I'll try and zoom in and post, but I doubt it'll pull them out. And I've got a cow. I think there's another cow over here. Yeah, a couple more cows over there. See them? But just look at this view. Oh my jeez. It's just an amazing view. Just can't get over it. Yeah, I just, you know, could be sitting at home watching YouTube, right? Could be sitting in the place I'm staying watching YouTube. Could be screwing around on this or that. But why? You know, and whereas living in California, you want to go out in the parks after a while because there's just so many problems and trash. And here, that, don't get me wrong, there's some trash here. This isn't my country, this isn't my city. You know, there's no obligation for me to make it better on a grand scale, right? I'll stop and pick up trash every once in a while. In fact, it was funny, I was in Greece. I was getting on the ferry and this bag is blowing by me headed for the water. I took a couple of quick steps to grab it and to make sure it got in the trash. And these people were looking at me strange, like, what are you doing? And, you know, I just blew it off. I just love these flowers. They're like little bouquets in every little bloom. I still don't even know the name, but there's another big one there. I just love them. They're just so cute. But like everything in the Azores, right? First thing you do is check the weather and figure out where you want to go and what you want to do based on the weather. That's been probably the most important piece of advice I could give anybody, and you know, I've discovered myself. Like the two important things to know about the Azores is good, comfortable walking shoes. And if you have a specific thing you want to do, prioritize them. You know, what needs clear skies and sunny days, and prioritize those, and then what can you do on the other days, and you know, adjust as you go. Having a hard schedule, you may end up with a rainy day, you know, or a cloudy day, doing something that really requires a clear day to appreciate. And then, you know, on a clear, hot, sunny day, you may be doing something that, you know, it'd be just fine with clouds and mist and rain. So travel's always about flexibility, but more so than anywhere I've been so far, it's very true in the Azores. You know, have your plans, right? But be adjustable and be flexible and be happy with it. You know, this is a pretty amazing place. It's hard not to be happy when you're outside breathing this fresh air. I doubt the phone will pick up the shades of green like my eyes do, but and what is it with cows? Why is the aroma of cows always comforting and relaxing? Farm smells, I don't know why, but it always has a calming effect. It's just amazing. So these rock walls are pretty spectacular, right? I mean, they're just put together and all these little rocks, and they all stay in place, and you know, it's just pretty spectacular. But watch this, watch how straight they are. They come around the edge here. See how straight that is? Let me focus down there. See that edge? That is straight all the way down. And the same is true here. Right? And then look how the top is nearly the same, right? Perfectly straight. So it's just, you know, stunning how much precision they put into these rock walls. And you know, you go to a lot of places around the world, they just throw up rock walls kind of haphazardly. But to see the precision work done here, you know, it makes you wonder how old it is too, right? Like this one looks like it had a little bit of work done to it, but I mean, that's probably close to 20 feet tall right there. 3 meters, 4 meters. And it's just incredible. Funny thing about just going for a walk here is even the roadside shrubbery is just beautiful. These little tiny flowers. If I get it to focus, there we go. Even the roadside stuff is just pretty. Right, out for a walk, and I don't even know what those red ones are inside there. Look at that big one. Kind of hard to argue with beauty like that. Okay. I'm excited about a couple little flowers alongside the road and then stumble into this. Too funny. I don't know how much of this you'll pick up, but it's all just ferns and these purple flowers. And we get up here to my favorite little flowers. Even once they die down, they're still pretty. Look how pretty this place is. Nature highlighting going on there for us. Oh yeah, look, let's see what Mother Nature can do for us here a second. The holes in the cloud create better lighting. Sorry, I'm moving around. My arm is a little sore today. So I'm gonna head over to that peak there and then keep going, see how far I get. The last time I walked this far, I was dead by now. I was struggling to step. And I feel like I just started. I feel like I walked down the street. That's all. So good shoes. Lesson of the day, good shoes. Hey, a quick little spinner here for you this morning. This pathway along the coast here has a ton of these little outlooks, and it's just so nice. The infrastructure here is spectacular. Well, the bouncing camera is because I'm struggling up a hill. A little city here. They have a big swimming area there. It's just an incredible little place. Let me stop a second. You get a swimming area over here. There's a showers, bathrooms, lifeguards, and it's just an incredible little place. And what occurred to me walking through there as I'm huffing and puffing up this hill is, I always look at things like, would I want to have grown up here? Would I have want to have grown up there as a kid? And what occurred to me, walking through there, like I was saying, is kids that grow up out here in places like this, sure, they may have some disadvantages compared to kids that grow up in the city, but look at that view behind me, right? And the personal responsibility that they carry forward in life from such an early age, I think is far greater. I think living in cities, you're unaccountable. If a kid is out here screwing up, breaking windows or whatever, everybody and their brother knows who it was, and they know the parents. So that level of personal accountability is higher. There's also a higher level of freedom. Parents tend to let their kids go do more unsupervised. Just a thought. So, break time's over, but it's another one of those little outlooks that are everywhere. Walk out there, you get a great view of the surrounding areas. And we're headed to the top of another little hill. Just a quick look at the water, how calm it is, how clear it is. Pretty amazing. Okay, well let's be politically correct here, or not obscene. My FA is smoked from hill climbing. My legs are not used to this much vertical. There's a little outlook I was just at a second ago. Looking down here, you get some more amazing views where you can like look down into the water. See, like over there, you can see the boulders. Again, that's trying to get on the other side of that today. I don't even know if I can. And here's another one of these little places to stop and look out. And this whole little corner here, I've been here before. It's just amazing. I know I say that word way too much, but you know, this is truly deserving. The infrastructure they put in here. You can go up, come up in here and have a smoke, a drink, some espresso and relax. It's a little picnic area here. You can pull up on the other side of that wall, come use one of these picnic spaces. And you know, and people actually climb down, not here, but they actually climb down this to go fishing. It's just incredible. But they got a little barbecue going over there against the wall. Oh, it smells good. Whoa, I just caught a good whiff of that. Boy, it smells good. Making me hungry. But so this is just, you know, this place says nothing but community, right? And you can look at, they capped this little rock wall, make it last longer. Got the nice trail. Only thing that would really make this perfect in my mind is a set of stairs down, but it's really just not feasible. I mean, look at the rock here, you know, it's just a matter of time before it crumbles down. And I mean, that's open ocean to the north. There's nothing for thousands of miles. So when storms come south, they'll hit this full force. We get this little trail up to the rock wall. There's another big lookout there. And I see a flag there, so I'm assuming that's a lookout. Getting a little more light on the terraces. Then put my head down and do some stairs here. Be back later. Good little catch your breath excuse after a stair climb. Stop and look at some pretty flowers. There's some more over there. And of course the view I keep showing you. Then we've got more and more and more stairs. Stairs are gonna kill me one day. I'm beginning to believe Portugal doesn't have any flat land, because Lisbon was just as vertical. Porto was just as vertical, if not worse. Everywhere I go, it seems like up and down, up and down. Time to catch my breath. Finally close to the top. Made it to the doorway. Oh man. Ooh, wow, nice breeze right here. Very nice breeze. If I remember right, there's an excellent burger joint about 300 meters that way. These stairs down. Boy. Didn't even realize there's a soccer field there until today. I don't know what flowers those are, but they're pretty bright and orange. More cows, a forest, beautiful hills. It's funny, people always ask you, are you enjoying the Azores? Do you like the Azores? Do you like San Miguel? Do you like Ponta Delgada? It's like the silliest question in the world to me. If you're not enjoying this place, there's something wrong with you. Like, seriously, something wrong with you. And this is just another little lookout. It's a square little lookout. I've been up there before. I'm not too thrilled at the idea of going back up. You can see the little lookouts down there. There's one, and another behind them. There's another one over there. The little picnic areas with barbecues. This is as far as I've been, so we're gonna venture forth now. Last time, like, I could barely stand here. The hills are smoking me because I'm carrying an extra 100 or 200 pounds, depending on who you ask. But I'm gonna keep driving on. I still have energy, it's just slow on the hills. My knees not hurting, my ankles aren't hurting, my feet aren't hurting. What was that lesson of the day? Oh yeah, good shoes. Pay for good shoes. It's hard not to stop and rest when you have views like this, but I need to keep moving. I'm not tired right now. So, but it is hard. Like, you'd be walking along and it's like you want to stop every few seconds. So coming down the hill, these couple little flowers give you a little tease. As you come down the hill, you round this corner and like, booyah! Look at all these beautiful flowers. It's so funny. It's like a couple flowers will distract you, and then you round the corner and there's like a full nursery full of just amazing flowers. Sorry, I've never been a big flower person, but when you're here, it's like there's so many and they're so beautiful and they're everywhere. It's just hard not to appreciate them and, you know, enjoy them. And oh, look at that red. There's a red one hiding right there. Look at that. Oh, it's one of those paper flowers. It's like a paper poppy, I was calling it. Got a bee down in there enjoying that. Oh, it's a little baby bumblebee. Oh, look at these flowers. The colors are just stunning. Just stunning. And look at the backdrop. I mean, it's like, how do you not just stop and drink it all in? Probably not a good workout trail for someone like me. So like, I want to stop every 5 minutes, watch the water, look at the flowers. What an interesting little grass or plant, I don't know. Both my iPhones, the focus is not what it was a few weeks ago. I don't know if I dropped them too many times or what I did, but they're just not focusing. Not as sharp as they were. This is an interesting little grass to me. I've never seen. Getting closer, got another lookout here. Hopefully this trail continues. This is kind of silly to me. Park's so close I can barely get through. That's where we're at. Lizards are starting to come out finally. Haven't seen them all morning. Had to bust out the big camera with the good zoom. iPhone Mini just doesn't quite zoom in this well. I want to toss that line back out so you can see how big that pole is. That pole is immense. I'll come back in a second. Let's pan over here. Ooh, look at that cave. I didn't even realize there's a cave there. Look how beautiful this area is. It's all terraced. Oh, look at that. Of course, the sun is not cooperating, but c'est la vie. It's kind of like fishing. A bad day on the trail is still a better day than sitting in your house. Bad day on the water is still a day on the water. So there, now you can see how big that pole is. Check on our fishermen here. Let's move to a new spot. I should be able to see that pole tip wagging up there. Let me get. Okay, so we got ourselves a steady perch. You can kind of see how long that pole is. There it is. It's got a really soft tip. It moves pretty easily. If I remember right, there's a big cave there, so he's probably trying to get some of the fish that hide up in that cave. Question remains, how did he even get there, right? My guess is he crawled up behind him, those rocks. They look pretty vertical, but these guys out here, they crawl up anything. There you go, you can see exactly how long that pole is. More of these giant flowers that are just beautiful. I have anything in my pocket to show you how big they are. I'm on a straight up another hill climb here. This road that's nothing but rock wall on each side. You better be careful when the cars come, let me tell you. Thankfully it's a little wider than normal. I've been looking at this rock structure here as I sit here and huff and puff. For the life of me, I have no idea what it is, what it was. But it's interesting. Just it looks like a rectangle built up. Maybe it was a house, maybe it was, I don't know. But got stuff growing on top of it. There is a beautiful horse up here. He's heading away now, but just a beautiful horse. Well, I'm back to huffing and puffing. My legs are so smoked that the tiniest bit of elevation just puts me in shutdown mode. But just keep stepping, right? Eventually you get there. So this orange flower, those round leaves, kind of looks like miner's lettuce. Those are pretty common to me. I've seen those my whole life. But I've never seen them yellow like that. Yellow with a red tinge. Pretty sure it's the same plant, but different color flower. Nothing extraordinary, but just something I wanted to capture, record, enjoy. Back to the hill climb, puffing and puffing. Yeah, another rock wall and more beautiful flowers. Guy's selling fish out of his truck. Drives around like the ice cream man. Look at these flowers. This is one of my favorites on the island right here, this coloration. For 2 months, every time I go for a walk, if you're feeling tired or start looking around, beautiful flowers everywhere. So I'm headed home now, back to the place I'm staying anyway. You should recognize that doorway from the other direction. But I walked a little loop to the left here, and then I'm going to climb the stairs and head back right. Boy, those stairs really burned my legs, the hill climbs. You know, I walked up here, down here, whatever it is. Pretty good clip, felt great. But it got to where I just could not go up at all, and everything around here is up or down. And there's something dead there. So everything here is up or down, and you know, it got to the point where on this one road, super steep, you know, I'm taking 10 steps and bent over at the knees, trying to catch my breath, right? And it brought me back to Pop Warner football, and that was the first time I ever really, you know, was sitting there gasping for breath because of exercise or exertion. You know, I remember very clearly, you know, running these hills to one of the local high schools, and it was just a dirt hill, and you know, it was just brutal. Just brutal. Well, I'm gonna let them do their thing, then I'll go up the stairs behind them without them in frame. So again, I love these little nameplates. So I was talking about, you know, legs being burned, bent over, sucking for air. And you know, Pop Warner football was the first time I really experienced that. You know, and then I had it, you know, obviously every other experience after that. But Pop Warner was the first time it really pushed me beyond my comfort, beyond my, you know, believable limits. You know, We used to do this thing called the horse run, where you jog 100 yards for the length of the field, pick it up a little and come back, sprint the next 100 yards, which is the third leg, and the fourth leg was just all out, spare no gas, pedal to the floor as best you could. And boy, we'd run 3 or 4 of those at the end of a practice. And I'm huffing after those stairs. Boy, after those runs, I'd be dead. Be wanting to lay down. Coach would be yelling, stand up, put your hands on your head. But I'm a fat old man now, trying to change that, trying to live a little longer, see a little more of this world. And the reality is you don't see very many fat old men. If you want to live long, you gotta take care of your vascular problems. You gotta take care of your diet, you gotta take care of your weight, take care of your teeth. If you want to just curl up and die, I tried that. Didn't work. I lived. So now I'm out here trying to live as long as I can after I screwed up my body for 10 years. And I kind of screwed it up my whole life, but sitting still for 10 years, boy, that's how to kill yourself slowly. Play video games for years on years. Sit in a chair, do nothing. Boy, it's just a painful way to go. Anyway, I'm out here doing whatever I can now to reverse as much of that as I can. That means huffing and puffing every chance I get. And more importantly, that means having a reason to live, like seeing things like this. I don't know why that cliff, that mountain, that micro ridge or whatever appeals to me so much, but to me it's just, pretty amazing and unique. Unfortunately, it'll be another day before I get to the other side, because I am not going to break down and take a taxi home. Now that I took a break, I got a little food. Kind of broke my fasting. I've been trying to do this intermittent fasting. So yesterday, I did horrible yesterday. I had a super healthy bag of chips and a soda. Had an espresso with no sugar. That was in the morning. And then I forgot to cook dinner, so I just ate some lunch meat. A couple bites of this cheese. It was just nasty. And then, 4 hours later, at midnight, I had some orange juice, which is really the wrong answer. But then this morning, I wanted to go eat. Ended up just having an espresso with 1 pack of sugar. I broke down. The espresso wasn't so great this morning, so I broke down and I added a sugar to it. But that's all I had before I started this jaunt. And you can see that peak right there. I'm about 400 meters shy of that where I'm staying, so kind of gives you a perspective of, and this is not a straight trail, right? This took the trail all the way. Trail weaves and bobs, it's uneven ground. It's a nice thing when my legs get burnt is I can almost always go flat, go down. I've been that way my entire life, backpacking, army, whatever. I may huff and puff on the hills. I don't give up. But once I hit flat, catch my breath, I can usually go for a long time. Long time. It's just that elevation that kills my stride. And there was a time, like when I was hiking a lot, backpacking a lot, when elevation would only kill my stride if I hit it too hard, right? I was in a good enough shape to where I could keep an adequate pace up a hill and just keep it steady. And I'd never really hit burnout, right? But it's hard for me to change gears and go slower. The whole thing about hill climbing is if you go slow enough, you'll never burn the lactic acid or create the lactic acid, never burn out your muscles. And that's the goal, but I have a hard time like just slowing down. Like I can hit different speeds obviously, but slowing down that slow going up a hill, it's like it's too slow. So I tend to do the whole burst and rest, burst and rest, burst and rest, and God, it's so hard not to just stop. And I love this place. I love this place. If you need some fresh air and some time away from people, San Miguel has it. It's got a little bit of a nightlife, not much. It's got a definite vibrant downtown. But almost everybody that comes here, I think on vacation, rents cars. I haven't rented a car. No desire to rent a car. Frankly, I mean, I'm pretty happy never owning a car again. I love driving, don't get me wrong, but driving was a California American thing, and I'm not there. Look at the greens up there. God. So I've been rambling a while. This video is pretty much going to be for myself. I'm talking about doing YouTube for 4 years now, 3 years. And I think I just need to start posting videos. Most of the videos I want to do for YouTube are for me to remember things like this, like walking down this hill, remembering how much it reminds me of California, and how much it's foreign to me with all these black rocks sticking out. Okay. I'm gonna take a break and turn up the speed a little as I drop into this little city. Try and get a snapshot of the statue down there if it's not inundated with people. See you in a bit. So again, just look at the infrastructure here, right? You have a nice clean pathway. You've got the little workout center, the lookout point. Straight in front of me, you've got the man-made pool. It's like a seawall. Has a little exit so it gets fresh seawater in there. It's got stairs, it's got a place to lay out. No sand, but nice concrete. And then this deck, right here, there's a deck. And underneath it, there's bathroom facilities, there's lifeguards there. It's just, this is a government who's focused on keeping community a priority, the sense and feeling of community. They create infrastructure for kids, for families to go. It's just an amazing thing to see. No idea what that says, but you can zoom in and sort it out. It's just an amazing thing to see them, and it's like this all over the islands. every little city you go to, there's projects there to promote community interaction. Just gotta love it. Like, where did America lose its way and get away from things like this? I'm loving me some flat walking at the moment, man. Sucky thing about being this gassed is you know it's all about gas. You know you're just not getting enough oxygen to the muscles. That's because every pound of fat adds like, I don't know, somebody said a mile or 5 miles of vessels, whatever. It ain't good. So your heart's got to pump through all that just to get oxygen to the muscles that need the oxygen. So that's a shitty thing about being this gassed, is you know it's all on you. So when you hang your head huffing and puffing, there's a little bit of shame there. But when you feel that determination and you get up and you start walking again, I'm not gonna say pride, but definitely feel satisfaction of sorts. And the key is to always value that satisfaction more than that humiliation. Oh, such a fun jaunt out here. It's such a horrible walk back. Check out this view. Oh. Yeah. Finally getting some sun. There we go. Well, the last few thousand meters from here, been grinding on this dirt road. Sun finally came out. It's been kicking my ass. But it's a good grind, right? Can't get anywhere in life without grinding a little, somewhere, somehow. Boy, I'll tell you, I stink so bad I don't even want to stop. Fresh air is keeping a little tiny bit of breeze. It's keeping my own funk off me. I got all those toxins stored up and all that fat. Trying to burn it off, sweat it out. And boy, does it stink. But look at that view. Oh my God. Look at that view. Just amazing. Just loving it here. How lucky am I to have ended up on an island in the middle of the Atlantic, huh? Took a little bit of courage, a little bit of work, a little bit of luck. But I'm not going to complain about any of it. Just gonna keep stepping all the way to that shower. And maybe an espresso too. I keep talking about infrastructure. There's another park with a view like that. And look how busy it is. Saturday afternoon. It is a couple of kids. Butterflies. Cool ocean breeze. If I could figure out a way to make a living out here and wanted to raise a family, this would be top on my list. Back in the tall grass. So I'm almost back to where I'm staying, the place I'm staying. One thing I wanted to touch on that's very relevant to me at this moment in time is, emergency medicine, you always talk about how well infants compensate. They always warn you. I never experienced it firsthand, but they're like, they beat it into you. An infant will seem fine and then crash, when there's some sort of emergency situation, medical or trauma, because they compensate so well. And my experience has been, as I got overweight, I'll experience a similar crash. I'll feel fine. All of a sudden, danger zone instantly. So I just sat down there, got super dizzy. All the classic signs of heat exhaustion, dehydration. I'm not too dehydrated. I've been hydrated really well, and I've gone through all this many times before. But my point is now that I'm older, I'm heavier. Happens a lot quicker and a lot harder. So something to be aware of if you're getting on in years or you're overweight like myself. That shit can come on a lot faster than you're used to. It's like mixing pancake batter, right? All of a sudden it's like, damn, it's too runny. Concrete, same way. All of a sudden, damn, it's too runny, right? And same thing here, right? You be going. All of a sudden, oh shit, I'm in trouble. Fortunately, I have a short distance to go. I'm well versed in how to take care of myself. So, turn the pace down. Drinking up, a little more active cooling, and I'll be fine for the next kilometer.